rattling. This is
Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So I don't know if you can hear that, but we have got a bit of a rattle from down there, and it's quite irritating. So in this video I'm going to try and do something about that in a couple of methods, ranging from very easy to a bit less easy. So the first method you can do from inside the vehicle. You don't even have to get out, you don't have to get on the floor, you don't have to do anything, you just and then you can't hear it. So as far as you're concerned, it is fixed, but it's not really fixed. So let's go and have a look underneath and see what it is. I mean, it's obvious what it is, but let's go and see what it is and see what we can do about the shitter. Right, so now we've got it successfully jacked up in a non-designated jacking point and with no axle stand. We can get underneath it and have a look, and we can see that the issue is what, well, anybody who knows anything about cars knew what it was going to be anyway. And this brings us to method number 2 of fixing it. Now, I've been doing this, you know, on and off every now and then for the past while, actually. And it's just basically hooking it back on. And you know what? When I do that, it lasts until I hit a big enough bump to knock it off again. But it's not a proper fix. But we're not really about proper fixes on this channel usually, but I want to try and do an half decent fix on this. So what I need to do is I need to remove those fixings. And there's 2 of them. There's one there, and there's one there. Right, so let's pull this out the way so we can get to everything a bit easier. And this leads us to another fix. Just take the filter off. Then it won't rattle. But I'm gonna try and do a proper fix like, yes. It appears that my exhaust is fucked as well. That can wait to another day. Anyway, I'm going to try and do another fix. And that involves removing these lovely, not rusty at all, screws that have been in since the car was new, I would have thought. And there was one's T25s, and one of them I did have a go at taking off. And yes. So as you can see, the plastic lug has become detached from the fuel tank. Now that leaves us with only 2 left, which is 2 more than was holding it on before, so we'll still proceed until we fuck up some more of them. So I'm going to try and take that off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it still with the vice grips. So I'm going to put the vice grips around, hold on, the plastic lug and hold it in place whilst I'm doing this. Now this has taken 2 hands to do, so I'm not really been able to film it, but you can see what I'm doing here. And it has worked on one of them at least. So I'm going to take this shitter out, and then that is one. That's one removed, and that's another one successfully removed. And then now we can see the relatively simple fix. Now what I was going to do is I was going to put a washer in front and behind of the plate, so it was like it's sandwiching it. And the washers are probably a little bit smaller than what they need to be, but they're the biggest ones I've got, so they'll have to do. But if you look at the size of the actual rubber mounts, it might not need that. And as we can see with that one, we can definitely get away with just using one washer because the rubber mount is too big for the heat shield to go over anyway. So I'll just tighten that up first. Yes. But with this one, I think I'm actually going to have to put a washer behind it because it just goes right over. So I'm hoping that where this is all bent here, where it's been hooked onto this multiple times and just pushed over it whenever it's fallen off in the past. I'm looking at when I put 2 washers on and sandwich that in between there, it's going to squash this. It'll actually make that hole a bit smaller so it shouldn't fall off again, but let's see what actually happens. Something like this. I don't know if you can see anything at all though, but this is quite awkward to film. Can't see anything, can you? So now I just need to tighten that up. Yes. And that is now actually never going to fall off again in the life that this car probably has left, because it's due for MOT in a couple of months and it's probably not going to pass, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Anyway, let's see if it sounds any better. And now it just sounds like a Citroen C1 with a fucked exhaust but no heat shield rattling. So I'd say that is a good result, and that's the end of the video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit, and see you next time.